You got cut from the varsity. Did that really hurt when you got cut?
It did. It really hurt because, you know, I thought I worked hard to get to the place that I was and to have an opportunity to make the varsity.
Everyone thought it was all illegal. Everyone thought something unethical was happening, and they were blaming Sonny Vaccaro and Nike for doing this thing that no one ever has done.
Welcome to 60 Minutes on Classic. I'm Steve Croft. In sports, the most famous often go by a single name, such as Ali or Pelé, or a simple nickname like the Babe or the Great One. In the 1990s, Michael Jordan was so famous he transcended even names and nicknames. The world knew him by his silhouette. Air Jordan was not a basketball player, but an empire. According to Fortune magazine, he generated more than $10 billion for the world's economy. Drafted by Chicago out of North Carolina in 1984, Jordan made an immediate impact on the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year honors. He won his first MVP crown in 1988. A year earlier, in 1987, Diane Sawyer sat down with Jordan. He was a shooting star on the cusp of a superstardom that few have experienced. Yet even then, everyone wanted to be like Mike.
When they think of Michael Jordan, I don't want them to think of that he's black or white. I want them to think of him as a person. I mean, I know that that's a lot to be asking from this society.
Michael Jordan says talent is what matters, not race. And he says in professional basketball, he's seen racial prejudice cut both ways. He says a lot of talented young white players in high school and college get discouraged because of discrimination by scouts who come to make the picks.
I had white friends that wouldn't get picked up because they didn't feel that they could play as good as the black guys could play. That's not fair, but that happens. When I play basketball, I play 110%, and a lot of things is done instinctively. You know, I don't practice it. I don't think you can practice it.
Are you thinking when you're up there?
I don't think. I just act. I'm up there. I'm just up there to score points or score the point. And to go up for a dunk or go up in the air, my legs just comes apart. Someone said that it's like a parachute. When you come down, it just slows you up when you come down to the ground.
Your tongue hanging out is a habit, right?
I've been doing it for so long now that it's a habit that I just can't stop. And if kids try to do it and they bite their tongue off, you know, that's something that I don't want to be a cause of.
Because a lot of kids imitate you, you know.
And that's one thing that I don't want kids to do because it's very dangerous.
The tongue, the long baggy shorts, the clipped haircut. They're Jordan trademarks imitated by kids everywhere. Because kids know that Jordan plays for the same reason they do. He loves it. In fact, he's the only professional basketball player who has what they call a love of the game clause in his contract. It allows him to pick up a street game whenever he wants to. And believe me, this guy will pick up a game with anybody.
Ready? Go. Sign her up. Sign up.
Jordan's contract is with the Chicago Bulls. Since he arrived, the stadium, which used to be 2/3 empty, has been sold out every game. Everybody wants to see the player who's pretty much a team all by himself.
From North Carolina, 6'6" guard, number 23, Michael Jordan.
Doug Collins coaches the Chicago Bulls, a team that often watches Jordan with the same amazement as the fans.
The toughest thing that we've tried to overcome, and we're still working, is to get the ball to Michael and watch. And now you've got 4 guys standing in place, watching him work.
And work he does. He's the leading scorer in pro basketball. Top players average 20 points a night. Jordan averages 37. And once, when an injury forced him to sit out 64 games, he came back and scored 63 points, the highest ever in a playoff game, and that while playing against the best team in the league.
Ties the game. Oh, boy. 63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
It moved Larry Bird, the great Boston Celtics player, to say, "That's not Michael Jordan. That's God disguised as Michael Jordan."
And Jordan hits the jumper anyway.
We know the famous quote from Larry Bird, right? That it's not Michael Jordan, it's God pretending he's Michael Jordan.
I think Larry was speaking of the game, the 63-point game. You know, it's a great compliment. because, you know, I feel that he's probably one of the best in the game of basketball right now, Magic Johnson being another.
How often do you look at somebody else, though, and say, wow, I wish I could do that? Never. You got cut from the varsity. Did that really hurt when you got cut?
It did. It really hurt. Because, you know, I thought I worked hard to get to the place that I was and to have an opportunity to make the varsity. And when I got cut, I was really hurt. But I think that just made my determination a lot stronger.
And are we really supposed to believe that Michael Jordan in high school couldn't get a date, no luck with girls, got cut from the varsity team? I mean, this is a sad story.
It sounds sad, but it's true.
No luck with girls?
You know, a lot of guys picked on me, and you know, they would do it in front of the girls.
What would they say?
Oh, they would joke about my haircut and the way that I played my tongue out. You know, just different things, and the girls would they would laugh at that. And right then, I was dead. I couldn't get a date with anybody.
How times have changed, huh?
It's changed.
But what hasn't changed is what everybody says is the real Team Jordan. His father, a retired plant manager at GE, and his mother, a bank supervisor, who made sure that all of their 5 children finished college.
We say no matter what it is, if you do your best, no matter what it is, if you apply yourself and do your best, you can walk away satisfied. And I think this is still within him. And he goes out to play. He only knows how to do is give it 100% of himself.
I think he plays at full capacity. You know, I don't think he pushes himself. If you notice Michael now, he'll ask to come out the game. When he feel like he's pushing himself too hard, he'll ask to come out. And I've asked him about that. Why do you ask to come out so regularly? And he says, Dad, when I get to the place where I feel like my performance is falling, I quit.
They still attend every game they can.
The thing I do is look and try to locate them and make sure that they're there safely.
We'll return to Michael Jordan when 60 Minutes on Classic continues.